Welcome back, friends. As in the last video, we had discussed about how the electric impulses are carried in the heart. So let me go through it once again. Okay, maybe just few seconds I'll spend to make you revise it, to make you understand it. So for example, if this is our human heart, so now we have understood that this is quite, it should not be like this, maybe it is just like this, it should be a little blunt. Okay, so now this is the human heart. So we know that always the electric impulses begins from the sinoatrial node, that is the SA node. This SA node is located towards the right side of the heart. And the second important node which is present in our heart between the atrium and the ventricular junction is called as our AV node. It is almost like a pear shaped small mass of cells. It is a AV node which is located between the AV junction. So what happens now is that the electric impulses are always carried from, begins from the SA node. From the SA node, all the electric impulses are moving downward and towards the left side. So this fashion is very, very important for atrial contraction. So what actually is happening? The plus charges are moving from once, all these are filled with the atrial chamber cells, atrial cells. So the plus sign of electropositivity is moving from one cell to another and another till it reaches here. Now, as I already told you, this is a fibrous annula of the heart. This fibrous annula of the heart, it is very weak conductor of electricity. It does not catches the electric impulses very, very fast. So what is going to happen in that condition is that most of the electric impulses which are being positively carried to this junction or the fibrous tissue, it is usually going to be damaged or deteriorated. But maximum impulses are carried where? It is getting to be concentrated towards the AV node. Since AV node is made up of, if you see my previous video, you can find that in AV node, all the cells are very, very tightly packed. It is a very, very compact mass. So what is going, then there is no in between free space or free surface area of the cells with maximum kind of intracellular junctions which are called as a gap junction, so that the conduction is very fast. It is not that like that in AV node. Since it is a very, very tiny, small tissue, so what happens? The electric impulses which has to be passed from atrial contraction to the ventricular contraction through the AV node, it is very, very negligible. The speed of passing of ions, positive ions, is very, very small or meager. You can say the word meager, means very small. This you cannot identify and separately see as a plot or as a peak on the ECG paper, because the flow of electric current is very, very, very slow. So you can say that the velocity of impulses is very, very slow. But when you compare the electric impulses which are passed from AV node to bundle of His, it is very fast. Why it is very fast? Because the bundle of his are having some gap junctions in between, here and there, between the between the two adjacent cells. And the surface area of the cells is also quite large. So more the surface area, faster will be the flow of electric impulses. So therefore, the electric charges which are moving through the bundle of His and the left Purkinje fiber and the right Purkinje fibers are very at the fast velocity pace. It is very important to understand. So now what is going to happen? Everywhere there is a positive charges distribution which is called as ventricular depolarization. Now after ventricular depolarization successfully has reached to all the surface and the walls of the ventricles, now what is going to happen after ventricles are contracted? The ventricles after contraction simultaneously atrial relaxation and ventricular relaxation has to occur, because the cardiac cycle is nothing but one systole, atrial systole and ventricular systole followed by ventricular systole, diastole and atrial diastole. This is how relaxation and contraction will be running in the cardiac cycle. But then what happens now is that this reverse relaxation process is not depolarization, it is repolarization. Means again the positive charges so far which are distributed here will be converted to electronegativity. This is the repolarization. This we had already studied in the very first topic, action potential. So same process occurs in the heart ventricles also. But now the question is how it is going to happen. As I told you, the point at which the depolarization stops, that is the point where repolarization begins. So can I say like this process for charges flow will be there, negativity means what? The heart will again come back to its relaxed or resting potential. That is the electronegativity. Again from positive, you will see the negative charges are distributed in the ventricular chambers. The same process occurs for the atrial chambers, and this process is called as atrial repolarization. But the peculiar thing to be noted during this process is that atricular repolarization, it occurs in such a way that it is almost synchronized and occurs simultaneously with the ventricular repolarization. So when the ventricles are repolarized at a very fast pace, also equivalently at a synchronized way, even atria are also getting repolarized, such that the atrial repolarization is overlapped by the ventricular repolarization. This is very important. So therefore, whenever we see the ECG, we don't see atrial repolarization peak as a separate peak, because it is getting overlapped by ventricular repolarization. So we will not see a distinct and a separate repolarization peak for the atrial conditions. So this is one thing which I wanted to make it very clear. So what we can see in an ECG? So that let us see now. So in an ECG, if you see the graph, now let us draw the graph now. So the ECG graph, how it looks like? It looks like this. Now let us label it. So the first, before doing this, let me tell you what are the three stages of ECG functioning or the action potential which is occurring in the heart. Step number 1, it is atrial depolarization. Second one, ventricular depolarization. Third one, ventricular repolarization. Now, atrial depolarization is also called as atrial contraction, or it is also called as atrial systole. Ventricular depolarization is also called as ventricular contraction or ventricular systole. Ventricular repolarization is also called as ventricular relaxation or ventricular diastole. See, so let us see now how the peaks are. This is called as the P wave. This peak is resembling the P wave. Now this is called as QRS. QRS complex. And this is called as S2. This is T wave. So if I have to correspond here, P wave means atrial depolarization, R means ventricular depolarization, and T wave means it is ventricular repolarization. That is why we are not able to see the atricular or atrial repolarization. So if I have to put letters here, symbols, atrial depolarization is a P peak, ventricular depolarization is the QRS, and ventricular repolarization is the T peak or the T wave. Now see here, always whenever we are plotting, see the ECG, every time we have to mark it or every time we have to analyze it by using a galvanometer machine, because this deflection whatever is happening, it is due to the the strong deflection, weak deflection, neutral deflection, or what kind of deflection. So now the galvanometer, this is the galvanometer. Now this galvanometer, what is going to happen? This side, it is a positive, towards the positive. This is towards the negativity. So let's not go too much into depth about how we have to do, okay, because again it requires a lot of the task to be done. We have to consider the myocardial tissue connected to the electrode, then see how the changes are occurring. Okay, so probably I will see to prepare on separate session for that, but right now to keep things at a very simple and understanding way, so P wave is the atrial depolarization, ventricle this, and ventricular repolarization, that is a T wave. Okay, now the thing is, as if you remember, the atrial depolarization contraction, it begins from a SA node. SA node to the atrial. So here like this. So if the heart has to be like this, see. So now what do we see here? In the atrial depolarization, the charges are moving from SA node to the atrial chambers. This is this resemblance. This corresponds. The heart impulses are corresponding to P wave, looks like this. And it is of, I told you, it is not very fast, because why the impulses are not very very fast? The basic reason is that the atrial walls are thin walled. So whenever the wall is thin, so concentration of sodium ions into the membrane becomes also less amount. It doesn't quantification of the sodium ion accumulation will be less, because the wall requirement thickness of the membrane is not very much, it is less, so less sodium ions will transmit. But whereas if you see this peak, it is such a huge peak, means a lot of strongest deflection is happening here towards the positive side. This is a ventricular deep contraction, depolarization. Means what? Ventricles are getting contracted. But how it is contracted? It is contracted at a very very strongest pace. So if you remember, I told you, and in between this AV node also comes, but I told you it is very very small bundle of tissue fibers, so it is not negligible, and the velocity with which the charges are also getting transmitted, it is very slow, almost meager. So there is no one prominent peak also, we cannot find it. So directly we have to see about ventricular peaks. Now, why this deflection is such a strong peak? Only reason is that the ventricular walls are very very thick. This is a basic line. Because the ventricles are the responsible chambers which have to pump out the blood to the different parts of the body. So therefore, the ventricular wall will be very very thick. So what happens? And here Purkinje fibers are also there, and bundle of his, as I have already told you, please keep it in mind. The velocity with which the positive charges has distributed, it will also be very very fast, because of more number of gap junction, and the cell surface area is also very wide and bigger one. So the electric impulses which are carried down towards the ventricle area, it will be very very fast, and more sodium ions are also coming in also. That is a positive charge. Thickness of the membrane is very very high. So now what is going to happen after this? So this is how it looks like. Positive charges. Now this is the ventricular repolarization. It means what? Again, the process of electric positivity to electronegativity is going to take place at this point. Means again the normalcy, what do you say that? You know, the normal conditions of heart, the ventricle tissues, ventricle cells, which was contracted. Now see, it was contracted, now it is relaxed. That is why I made it thin, and this is wider one. So these are all the processes which are actually taking place during the ECG graphs. So this is all about how to understand an ECG. Okay. Now we will study about what are the different kind of conditions wherein the graph which is plotted for ECG deflects. It is not the routine graph. You will see little deflections, an unusual pattern of the graph. What is that? How to manipulate those things? That we are going to learn in the next video.